you can check the stream, tell me if we're live or not.
Yeah, we're live.
A little bit. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, baby. Now I have to grab the invite link again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fun.
Alright. Yeah.
Oh shit, I need to change my name in the Discord. They're gonna, or not the Discord, in the chat. They're gonna see that. I think it's here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. I need my funny pattern.
Alright, well, we'll wait, another, like, 25 seconds. I'll make random Mario noises. Woohoo! Yeah! Yeah!
Woo!
Yeah! Woohoo! Hi!
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I have a notification? Oh my god, it's in fine dining?
Oh my god! Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
Holy
Wow.
shit. Yo!
Imagine.
Alright, that's good enough. Hello, everyone. And welcome back to Destruction Bench Agreement. This is a funny Destruction Bench Agreement downtime / story. Funny thing. I don't usually do the intros, and so I'm just making it up as I go along. It's a side thing to our usual Destruction Bench Agreement TTRPG game set in the anime campaign / Epithet System, which pertains to worldly and otherworldly affairs. It used to be a fighting tournament, not so much anymore. Anyway, we are here on the Starlight Express right now. That's on the train, on the funny train. To meet with to see the story unfold for two individuals, Oz and Nanashi, since Nanashi wanted to talk to Oz about witch things. Speaking of our two lovely people here, we have aside from myself, hi, I'm Penny, I'm the GM of this little thing here. We have Jamie.
Hi, I'm Jamie. As I was typing in the chat, but I guess I don't need to anymore. I'm streaming, so if volume levels need adjusting, please let me know. I have horrible ears, and so if anyone's too quiet or the music's too loud or is too quiet, just let me know and I'll adjust things as we go.
Yep. And we also have Rush. Oh, you're playing Oz, right?
Yes.
Of
Oh
course.
yeah, and also I'm playing Oz. They're over here, my little funny.
Yeah, the little fucking baby.
Hello there.
Anyway, yeah, it's Roche.
Hello there, everybody. It's me, Roche. You might recognize me from such hits as Lizard. I'm here today, taking us back a little bit in the past to the, end of the Starlight Express episode, because Nanashi wanted to talk to Oz.
Woo!
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. So, before we get officially started, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, and you also want to be notified for when we go live in the future, and the all that fucking shit. God damn, dude. I had the link before, and I tried to get it again, and now it's like, hey, buddy, what if we didn't work? So I'm just gonna ask Salifa. You can join our Discord server, Fine Dining.
We
Give
swear
me a second.
you can. Just give us a second. We promise. In the meantime, please, again, tell me if the volume levels are off. I am constantly paranoid about this.
Please,
Yeah.
God,
Please.
join our Discord channel, please.
Yeah. Fucking, yeah, you can join our Discord server and get notified when we're going live, and also the other people in the server, which, of course, includes me. I do streams and stuff, and, well...
Oh, Imogen posted the link. Thank you, Imi.
Thank you, Imi, because... Oh, now it's working. I'll post it anyway.
Double post.
Double post. Anyway...
Wow, join it!
Wow. Anyway, shall we get started?
Yes.
Oz and Nanashi, this is after the events of Train Session. Everyone who was in the party and a bunch of other people are just in the front of the train, which is, to your left, just talking about what to do right now, what to do next, and how to deal with Poppy. But you two have split off so that Nanashi can talk to Oz about certain things about magic. The decontamination guys from the Sakura estate are wandering around just spraying everything, and most of this place has been evacuated. They seem to not be too concerned about you guys, because you guys...
We saved the
feel like
place.
you saved the place, and the thing is, more or less, they figured that the people themselves are pretty much decontaminated from Songbird's, area, you know? They just need to make sure that the train is fine. So yeah, take it away.
As a little flavor note, I imagine how it went was everyone started discussing things, saying big words and all of that, and Nanashi would just sort of lightly grab Oz by the hand and slowly start walking, muttering, "Staying in the back of the train, huh?" Then when they make it to here, they sort of look to Oz and, take a moment before sort of, stealing themselves is the wrong word, but just sort of attempting to go to a more serious demeanor, as serious as they can, with a stupid crocodile face, as they were like, "So, back in the middle of the train, you mentioned all that witch stuff, right?" Steppy.
Oh yeah, I guess I kind of tried to explain it a little bit, but you know, a lot was happening.
Animal features and more food or whatever?
Right? Yeah, it's how the witch race works. The female witch race usually have a animal feature and magical source of some kind, while the male ones usually have a more food or plant-based one. And then there's people who don't fit into either of those categories, and they're a little different. I've only run into one of them who's a fungi person. It's pretty interesting.
Nods. Well, I think in one of the rooms here, they point down the row of rooms, there was a witch or something of the sort.
There was?
I think so. They seem to have the funny hat. And the animal.
Alright. And did you want to talk to them or something?
Yeah, but also maybe talk to you a bit more, mainly because, I don't know, it's been strange ever since I saw all of the, mutants.
How so?
Well, you know, I mentioned it back there during our little, walks around the train or whatever. 'Cause, you know, I constantly mutate from my magical stuff or something, I think. They sort of, show off a little bit of their green, magic, which sort of, fluctuates in shape and, shape and, how it manifests a bit. But it's normally just this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also... They pause for a moment. I don't know. I've never seen another crocodile person walking around. And similarities arose. Nice raincoat.
Thanks.
So I just have been thinking a lot.
Well, thinking is a very dangerous thing for some of us. Nice knife.
Oh, thank you. I looks at knife. I woke up with it.
What do you mean woke up with it?
Oh. They put it away. Well, one day, I woke up in a forest, and some lady with cotton candy hair tried putting me in a pot.
Cotton candy? Was it... Did you get this person's name?
No, I'm still Nanashi.
No. Do you know what the name of that person was?
A dial-up sounds.
Alright, whatever. I'll just have to ask around. Ugh. But anyway,
They had sharp teeth, I think. And
that
also
doesn't narrow it down.
pink eyes.
Pink eyes. Maybe it's... Well, again, I can deal with that later. That's not too important now. You did get away from them after all, right?
Yeah. I still live in the forest, though.
Well, if you want a home, they have the provisions for that at DBA, you know?
Do they?
I mean, yeah, they've got a whole, like, a dormitory situation, and I mean, there's at least, like, 3 different places that or 3 different people who have just started adopting people and putting them in their house. Like, there's Burr, there's Noelle, I think Donovan might have something going on now, too, though that might just be because it's his, like, sister joined, and then his old friend, and I don't know what's going on with the Betrayed. You know, it's...
I see. I should encounter any of these 3 people.
Yeah, any of these 3, or you could just go to the dorms. Ask for Korama. I think that's his job, is the paperwork with that. I could be wrong.
Korama is
their
a stupid
job.
name.
Yeah, no kidding.
Be gone.
Oh,
No, don't be rude.
Listen, whatever the hell you are. We've been trying to clean or
I will banish you to the ethereal plane.
Oh, all right. He puts up his hands. I'm just trying to say there's a woman sleeping in there, and we can't get her to wake up so we can decontaminate the room.
Don't worry, we can wake her up for you. We
All
were
right,
the ones who,
cool, thanks.
saved the train.
Don't put that knife at me again. Jesus, fuck.
Nice raincoat. Opens door.
Thanks.
Nanashi, you
It's a
should
rental.
knock first.
Well, I opened the door last time and there wasn't any.
You burst in. She's just like napping on this like sofa-y thing, this little bench.
Okay.
There's a perfectly good bed there, but she seems to have, by the looks of it, it's very messy. Like all the covers are kind of everywhere. She seems to have, she seems to be bored of it.
God, flip me around.
Yeah, right. Jeez, put that knife at me.
God, don't flip me around.
Okay, don't point that knife at me.
Don't.
She's asleep.
Be careful, there, Nanashi.
I will now conduct a magic ritual. Puts hand on shoulder, lightly shakes.
Huh?
Oh, huh? Really? Was that easy? Did they not try that? Sorry for bothering you, ma'am. My lizard friend wanted to talk to you.
Okay. I seem
You
to
are a
remember you from
witch.
earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, I am a witch, yes. What is it you wish to ask, Small?
Am I a witch? Is that how this works?
I think you're skipping a few things, Nanashi.
What?
Context.
Oh. I am a crocodile.
Well,
Close enough.
She
Wait,
stares.
no. 1 second. Nanashi takes a second and counts on their fingers. I think the technical term is Kaiman.
Am I gonna have to
Okay.
explain everything?
No, it's fine. I think I am starting to piece together something as, again, she quote-unquote stares at Nanashi. You do certainly... She tilts her head. Give off a certain magical air.
Yeah, they're
To
weird,
you.
aren't they?
It seems to be very strange. I like to think I'm somewhat of an expert on the comings and goings of people in the witch realm, being well, from there and all. And you do seem to be emanating that kind of energy. I'm not really 100% sure what it is. It's all warped and distorted. I can't really probe much further than that, right? At least. Sorry.
That's probably on account of all the magic radiation.
That does certainly seem to be something. She sort of sighs a little bit. Well, you seem to be a curious one. So, if you would want for it, I could try and probe deeper into your mind and, well, bring you along with me.
Yo, I've never
And
been there.
to see what's, what sort of things you have going on in there, I guess. See if you can find anything in your dreams or latent memories. Do you not have any memories of yourself?
Myself?
Yes, like where you came from and...
I woke up in the forest.
Well, that doesn't really help at all.
That question sort of like makes Nanashi a little bit stumped.
I see, this might be a little more difficult than I thought. She looks over to Oz.
Yeah.
Well, she looks at Oz. Small witch.
Yeah.
Since I'm not, well, familiar with this individual, though they do seem familiar in a weird sense, might I offer the invitation to come into their memories with you, just, with them, so that you can keep an eye on them? I feel like that would be, or maybe not even keep an eye on them, see how things go. You seem more coherent.
Yeah, that's fair. They probably need someone who's a little more, hinged? No, that's not right. I'm not hinged. So, you know what yeah, I'll go along.
Ugh. Yes. Both of you, please come over here. Well,
Alright.
I mean, Nanashi, you're fine, I guess. But yeah,
How
Oz, if
did
you
you
can
know
just... Yep.
I have no name?
I'll just sit down here.
Oh, I thought that was your name. That's what the small one referred to you as.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nanashi. Oz points at themselves.
yeah, I don't know what Nanashi means. I think it means no name.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't speak
Interesting.
Japanese. I'm kind of rusty on that.
Well,
Yo, what is
Oh,
Japan?
God.
I don't think this is really the time to get into these questions.
Oh,
Alright. So, Nanashi, if you would allow me, I would like to... She brings out her hands. Just touch your face. Or your hands, whichever you would prefer.
Nanashi looks down at their tiny clawed reptilian hands.
It was like 3 fingers and a thumb.
You may touch whichever you want, but do not
Well,
poke me in the eyes. That hurts.
I won't poke you in the eyes. It's much easier to probe when I'm touching someone or making physical contact. She takes off her blindfold, right? And she just presses her hands against your little crocodile cheeks. And
When does the magic happen?
she opens her eyes.
Whoa.
And
Okay.
as you both see this, a sort of, prismatic rainbow magic comes off of Reverie and sparks off of Nanashi before effectively surrounding all three of you in a sort of dome of magic. And everything goes black. And Nanashi, you wake up.
It's all black, by the way, in case you didn't know.
Yep.
Alright, just making sure.
You wake up in just a strange black void.
Oh, there we go. Hello.
Huh.
There doesn't seem to be anything here as of yet, but from the shadows in front of you steps a sort of short woman. You can't really make her out, but she seems to be wearing some kind of cloak.
Whoa. Hi.
They they look to you and they say something, but it's completely just silent. You can't figure out what she said. Even if you could read lips, which I'm pretty sure you can't, it just seems to be gibberish to you.
Squints with their little lizard eyes.
You're gonna need to speak up. I don't speak.
Before long, another individual pops up. This one seems to just be another witch. Their hat seems to be decorated in strange things, and they have a book. You don't really know what this means. They don't exactly seem to pay attention to you, but they are here for some reason. And then next you see a tall buxom woman with very fluffy purple white hair.
Whoa. Another person.
They seem unlike the second one and who doesn't seem to notice you, and the first one who tried to call out. This one also tries to call out, but is in a much more excited, ecstatic way.
Oh,
Then you feel, as you're looking towards this woman, you feel something icky, disgusting, crawling up your back. As a tall, lanky man appears behind you. They look at you through just pure darkness with nothing but disgust.
Come at me, bitch.
They don't really say anything. They just look at you with it's like arrogant disgust. And then next, she seems to be a lot higher in the air than the others. A woman wearing a full hood, surrounded by glowing yellow eyes. They seem to look at you, but you're not really sure what that means or what's happening.
I like
They-
the raincoat.
They seem weirdly familiar, but in a different way to how the first one felt familiar. And then finally, from behind, you sense the area seems to change in tone as from behind comes something that you are very familiar with, even if you're not sure how or why.
Yeah, I imagine Nanashi is looking between these 5. They're just sort of like,
Well, I don't get it. I've never seen any of you guys before. Why? Who? What is?
feels thing, turns around.
This
Blink.
almost feels like a part of your soul, almost. But, like, not you, just part of you. And, before long,
You're a crocodile too.
Everything starts to crack and break. And in the blinding white light, you open your eyes again. And you are here.
What?
Oh boy.
Oz and Reverie are both here.
Eh?
And as you look around, in the more or less same places that you saw the others,
Huh.
6 individuals appear.
Did you guys see the weird dark zone before?
They did not.
No? What are you talking about?
Huh. There was a weird dark zone that was weird and dark and purple, and then it turned green when Mr. or Big arrived. Huh.
You know what
Reverie.
that's for? Just looking at Reverie, like, questioning.
I'm not really sure myself. Perhaps it was something that Nanashi needed to see before we were able to enter this place, since you Oz, you would know that, like, it was basically as soon as you were surrounded by that dome of light, you would just hear.
I see. Alright.
Let's go in order then.
Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4. Eh?
Well, Reverie steps in to stop you real quick.
What?
Now, I know you're excited and everything, but since this is since you've asked me to do this, I should probably explain what this is very quickly. So, this is a world inside what I can only describe as your dreams, accessing fragmented pieces of your memories, along with slight glimpses of the future, let's say.
Future.
This isn't exactly accurate to everything as it could be. Dreams never are. However, with my epithet and my magical domain, I am allowed some information based on who we have, who has appeared around here, and I can give you some slight information based on what your mindscape has allowed for me to know before you interact with them. And, in addition, when you are done, you may come to me, and I will bring you out.
Has anyone told you that your eyes and your big eye are pretty?
She blushes a little bit at the small lizard. Not to my knowledge, but
They're pretty.
thank you. Thank you.
Lamau. Almeo.
So effectively, I can ask you about all of these people?
Yes, and I will be able to tell you what I am able to tell you, but for the most part, they should be able to tell you more about themselves than I am.
Okay, then... How about this one first?
Points at Wispy.
Well, this
Nanashi's
one,
mind has already labeled them as Wispy.
that's fair. While I did not know them personally, I do recall someone who looked somewhat like this, and from what I am being told, what I have determined from your mindscape, they are some kind of almost like a witch librarian. I do not know their name, I'm sorry to say. But they seemed to go by the moniker of the Witch of Owls.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay, that's cool. The Wisp of Owls.
Close enough.
How about that one? They've got like windows on their hat.
They have an interesting sense of fashion.
She looks over at them. This one, I can't say I've ever... Well, this one is more of a rumored individual, and I don't think... Well, don't quite know if they're connected to you at all, or if they're, part of the future that you may... that your soul might hold. But, I do know they are referred to as the Witch in the Tower of Worlds.
Whoa.
That's like
They don't
combining
seem to...
two tarot cards, huh?
I suppose so. The Witch in the Tower of Worlds is a... Well, recent in terms of witch history, but they don't seem to leave the tower that they are living in. They are more rumors than anything else. I can only tell you as much because of what the dreamscape has told me.
So then I know them?
Or you will know them.
Oh, I will know them.
You know, it could be you knew them before, it could be you'll know them in the future kind of situation, you know? Considering
Okay.
it's the tower and the worlds is referenced in there, if it is a tarot thing for whatever reason, that's definitely future stuff. I could be wrong, though.
Who?
Points.
Yes. This one... Again, I'm not allowed to know their names. But I do know their moniker as the Witch of Blackbirds. And from what I am able to pass, they are an incredibly powerful witch when it comes to word magic.
Okay. What about fuckhole over there?
She looks to them. If I'm honest, the only thing I've been able to pass from them is just the Nameless.
So, like, isn't that their title is the Nameless, or you just can't figure out a name, so you're just calling them that?
Column A, column B.
Nanashi sits there for a minute when they are called the Nameless.
Something about that doesn't sit right, but I'm gonna just pass right by.
It's gonna let it go.
What about Hood?
She looks over. This one is perhaps the most interesting in terms of your connections. From what I can tell, they aren't a witch at all.
Huh.
What?
And all I can really tell you about them that they wouldn't be able to tell you themselves is the moniker the Guardian of Owls.
I wonder if they have some
Wow.
connection with Witch of Owls or something. Considering, owls.
They're dating.
Oh, that would be so cool, The parallels.
No, what if they were oh wait, okay. Next.
Well,
Big.
this should be the one you are the most familiar with.
Yeah, a little.
I mean, as a lizard, you're a lizard.
While I do not know their name as per all of these individuals, this one is, well, I suppose this is a rare chance for you, since not all witches get to meet face to face with their magic source, but this is the magic source for the Cayman crocodile,
Whoa.
or at least a portion of them.
I see. Better than the
Um,
Cayman crocodile.
I don't really understand what that means.
Don't worry, it's an inside joke.
Okay.
Nanashi sort of like rubs their head a little bit, trying to get all of this information to mind.
So, in the little thing I had where I was talking to these people, I don't know if it means anything, but some of these guys were interacting with me in weird ways. Like, that one was trying to talk. I think that one was trying to talk. That one was trying to talk, but excitedly. This guy's a douchebag. And they were just looking. And then that guy was just there.
Well, I suppose it's your own subconscious trying to bring about them as though you were talking to them. I'm not really sure since, well, this isn't exactly a new experience for me, but usually there are associated memories with each of these people. Again, whether past or future, and I don't really know any of that. Personally, that's really for you to discover. As the one who dreams.
Okay, Oz. So,
Turns to Oz.
Yeah?
you pick one.
Oh, I get to pick?
Yeah.
Well, let me see. I mean, you said they were the first one that you talked to, right? So, how about Witch of Owls? Or I guess Wisp of Owls, if that's what you want to call them.
The Witch of Owls.
Yeah. I'll let
Hello.
you take the lead.
You approach this woman, as I've said. She's very... She seems pretty short. Probably only, like, around or just above 5 feet. Wearing purple lensed glasses. And with shoulder-length white hair. She looks up at the two of you as though she were at a desk. And she looks to Oz at first, and then sort of like gets a little fearful of Nanashi before turning back to Oz. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi. Wow, you're quite a young witch. I don't suppose you are here to learn the ways of word magic here at the library?
No, actually, my friend here had a few questions for you, I think. Right?
Oh,
Nanashi?
I see. She looks over at Nanashi. uh, uh, um, yeah,
Strong.
um,
It's nothing bad. It's all good questions. Don't worry about it.
well, what questions did you have?
So,
Nanashi like takes a moment.
how did you get in my mind?
I don't know if she knows she's in your mind. Nanashi.
What?
Oh.
This is the library.
She thinks she's in the library.
Bro, you got wisps.
I don't know what to tell you.
Nanashi like slaps themselves real quick, clears their throat.
Okay,
Wait, pretend, Nanashi. Pretend you're in a library.
I wanted to ask, what,
They think for a moment.
what's your name?
I'm just asking something in chat because stream isn't loading for me, and I want to know if that's a me thing or everyone else thing.
I have stream up on my phone and it seems to be doing fine.
Okay. Well. Alright, sucks to be me then. Alright.
Yeah, sucks to be you, Lomio.
She looks to Nanashi and, well, my name is...
Penny panics.
And
that she
this
doesn't
is my
think she-
library.
Let's see.
It's been redacted.
What sort of, what's word magic like?
Oh, she seems to perk up. Well, word magic is this wonderful thing where, as long as you are careful with it at least, you can cause wonderful, phenomenal phenomena with just your words alone. She looks to her side, like this book. And looking at it, she just she just looks at it and just says, "Fly," and it starts to fly around.
Ah, that's pretty.
And you don't need any tools like wands or anything as a conduit. It's just your words.
Well, as far as I'm aware, you can run word magic through your magic source to use that as a conduit.
That's why
Recall.
we need wands.
And, well, this is a little fun for me. She looks at the book. I'm a little unique, and in the word magic I can perform. She looks at the book that she's, called back, puts it onto a desk. It seems to just kind of like float in front of you, weirdly. Yes, Frenella. And the book transforms into a little guy and starts dancing. Frenellis. And it stops, turns into a book again.
Is this primarily the manipulation of objects, or can it do like other things like creation of things like
It can do
fire
many
or light?
things. I
Alright.
suppose, creation of things would be a lot more, would potentially require a lot more, requirements, let's say.
I
Most...
just meant more minor things like, create flame, create light, those kinds of smaller.
Oh, yes.
form.
She opens her palm, a light. And it turns, not turns to fire, like a flame appears in her palm. Douse.
Nanashi takes a moment.
What would happen if you said something like,
They pause for a moment.
Like grill?
Grooey?
Yeah,
At
there
the
you go.
book.
She looks to Nanashi. Still, seems to be a little fearful. as I type real quick in DMs.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, take your time.
Well, I can certainly give it a try.
Alright.
Grui. And as she says that, Nanashi in particular, you start to feel like weirdly, almost like calmed, but not in a therapeutic way. It's the Oz. You would notice the lantern on the back of that the Nanashi is carrying with their tail is suddenly a lot brighter, and the aura it's giving off is a lot more nothing.
Can you undo that? Can you undo that? I don't like that.
Hold on.
Isn't there
well,
like a Control Z spell or something to just undo a spell you just did or something like that? Come on.
Vonsu. It goes back to normal.
Okay. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. You okay, Nanashi?
Well, Nanashi, everything seems to go back to normal.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright.
Do you know the Guardian of Owls?
Well, not particularly. I
Wow.
don't think I've heard of a Guardian of Owls aside from my magic source.
What's your magic source?
My magic source is a barn owl.
Whoa.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Kind of like side whispers to Nanashi. I mean, we don't know if these are in order too, so maybe they meet later.
Right.
Right.
Well, actually, could I ask you about a couple of other people I'm curious that you know?
She sort of looks to Nanashi, puts like a book down into a on the desk in like a strangely familiar way, looking to Oz and Nanashi. Hello, welcome to the library.
I think that reset her. Or maybe we have a limited amount of time to talk before she resets. Or...
I
like your word magic.
Thank you. Yes, word magic is very wonderful. You can. Are you here to learn?
Sure.
I see. She looks to Oz.
Hi.
Well, would you like to learn word magic as well with your friend?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I see.
She takes a moment.
Is there something wrong with me?
The Witch of Owls. Are you saying this out loud, or are you saying this?
Yeah, they are asking
to...
that to the Witch of Owls specifically and tilting their head.
She seems to sweat a lot and sort of go into like a panicked state before she can really answer that. Before she, she curls up a little bit before she eventually gets up. Hello, welcome to the library.
Okay, Nanashi, I have an idea, right? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to gather information on what she knows about you, right? And she doesn't know me, right? So what if we kind of play this, like I say, oh hi, and then you wander off a little bit, and I kind of be like, oh yeah, by the way, I just met this person who I was with, because I'm like from the boonies, and I don't know, but everyone seems to act weird around her. So what's the deal? And we do that. Does that sound good?
Okay.
Yeah, let's play that up.
Nanashi walks up to the counter with Oz.
Yeah.
Literally, what you see Nanashi do is they walk up as though they were a child walking up to like a library counter and mime their hands being on the desk as they put their head over it.
Hello, welcome to the library.
Hello there.
What can I do for you today?
I would like to look at books. Can I go do that?
Yes, please be my guest. She sort of gestures behind her. There is
Alright.
nothing behind her.
As Nanashi does what Nanashi does, Oz just kind of like leans forward on the mock mimed desk, like,
Hi there. I'm kind of new.
Yes, hello.
I kind of...
You do suddenly seem to be a young witch.
Yeah, I kind of ran into this person on the road here, because I came from kind of the boonies area, right?
I see.
People kind of... I don't know what her deal is. People kind of act weird. Could you tell me?
I'm not really sure. Where is your friend now?
No.
points at Nanashi.
Them. They took me here. So I could get some information about stuff, you know? And I figured you were kind of acting a little scared of her, and I want to make sure I'm not with anyone too scary, you know? Because I'm not on my own here.
She seems to break down a little bit again.
Oh no.
And well, Roche's BRB, but I'll say it again. I'll say it anyway. She seems to break down more and sort of hides behind the desk.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Are you okay?
She breathes. She basically hyperventilates for a few moments before, like, again, every time she seems to reset, you notice that she goes from like a disheveled like mess whenever this sort of thing happens to completely and utterly like normal, like not out of breath, clothes completely like normal again, you know? Just hello, welcome to the library. Would you like to are you here to learn some word magic or to look at some books?
I'll look at some books. I'll be back a little bit if I have any questions for you, okay?
Wonderful. Books are, well, I'm the receptionist here, and owner, I guess.
Oh, you own the
So
library?
feel free. Yes, it's a wonderful place.
Cool. I just got here. I wanna... Should I try this again? I wanna make sure that I'm kind of new to this place, right? And I want to make sure I'm not with anyone too scary or dangerous. And there seems to be this person kind of
Points a little bit in Nanashi's direction.
People seem to be scared of them. Oh no, don't come near yet. Are they dangerous?
She seems to be the breakdowns seem to get like worse each time.
Oh no, not
as
bad.
she basically resets again.
All right.
Hello, welcome to the library.
Hi, I'm gonna go look at some books.
Just kind of shoves Nanashi
Okay, have
back
a wonderful
little
time.
bit.
Okay, Nanashi, I think we're better off asking someone else about this. It seems to be getting worse each time and quicker each time. I'm not sure if that's a mental thing or a you, or like a her thing or a you thing or what, but it's not going too good.
Nanashi thinks for a moment.
Should I have started the more...
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's fine. Again, we can always maybe come back to her if we get more information to work off from the others, but for now...
By the way, as a question, Penny,
Yeah.
did it seem like the Witch of Owls had like a boundary by which her consciousness was like tied to? Like when Nanashi was doing the thing.
It seemed to be once your presence was acknowledged, as opposed to a boundary.
Once their presence was acknowledged, it
yeah.
was something like oh, this exists.
Yeah, there seems to be a place of like, if you or us effectively were to talk to them, then they sort of like activate almost. So you could literally walk right past them and not talk to them, and nothing would happen. Another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nanashi. Whenever you went nearby the Witch of Owls, and especially when the breakdowns were happening, you sort of felt similar in like a strange like panicked sense but the lantern was effectively keeping you calm.
Alright.
You felt this incredibly strong empathic like connection to them almost.
I have an idea.
Hmm?
Nanashi takes a moment. How do I... No. Wait. Okay.
Yeah?
Nanashi walks up to the counter. Hello?
Do you... Oh, hell.
I'm sorry.
You start to feel this like weird fear and panic as well as she does. It doesn't seem to be a fear of you. It seems to be a fear of your existence. Almost like you existing as you are is giving them just it is causing just a lot of like immediate bad vibe feel before she eventually resets again. It seems to be getting quicker and quicker.
Alright. So, the idea that Nanashi was going to try out was attempting to proc the Witch of Owls, and then just evacuating over to this area.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have any reaction when they're just like, hi?
Leaves.
It's kind of weird because yes, but as soon as you sort of like leave the immediate area, they reset faster. But like the panic is almost like immediately cut off since you sort of left their like zone effectively.
Huh.
I guess if you have any more questions for them, since it's going faster every time you get acknowledged, maybe you should just have me ask them. Because I don't think I caused the panic unless I reference you.
I want to know if they know about the Tower Witch and the Blackbird Witch.
Alright.
Or...
The Nameless? Right.
Well, not him. No.
Oh, okay.
He
Well,
can
we
die
already
for all I care.
Alright, I'll ask her if she's heard about the rumors of the witch in the Tower of Worlds, alright? And then I'll
Okay.
ask about the Blackbird.
Walks up. Fucking change in expression.
Hi there!
Oh, hello. You're quite a young witch.
I
Welcome,
get that.
welcome to my library.
Thank you.
Are you interested in learning word magic, or perhaps just here to read some of our books?
I actually had a few questions. I'm not sure what books
Oh.
to look into these, so I figured I would ask you, since, you know, you run the library and you read a lot, right?
Well, yes, I do own the library, and I must have read every book in here 2 times over.
I was wondering if you knew anything about, what were they called? I heard about this person called, the Witch in the Tower of Worlds. Do you know anything about that person?
Oh, well, they're quite famous around here, you see, and... Well, it's quite sad, really.
I see. I had a
That's about it.
I see. I have a question about another person. They're called,
Yes?
the Witch of Blackbirds, I think. Do you know them as well?
Oh! Yes, I know her very well. She's...
God,
We get along very well.
fuck.
I see. And one more thing. Do you know of any witches who have, a particular animal source of theirs? I think it's the Cayman crocodile.
Hmm.
Do you know of any witches with that source?
I can't say I know of any witches with a Cayman crocodile, no. I know of one or a few with alligators, but no crocodiles.
Huh.
Not personally, anyway.
Alright. And you haven't heard of anyone with crocodiles? I mean, you said you don't know them personally, but, you know, anyone who might
Well,
know?
I'm sure there's lots of people around with different magic sources from all over, but some magic sources are, it's not. How do I put this? It's so sometimes they don't appear as often,
I see.
and well, there's also things with regional variants of, or regional witches, I suppose, where magic sources are more likely to gravitate towards them. I would try somewhere in. If you're looking for a crocodile, or someone knowledgeable on crocodile witches, well, there's there's the swamp, which is up north.
Swamp. Got it. One more question. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Kind of
real-
glances at. Yeah.
I was going to say they seemed to mention a specific region name for the swamp, but it was blanked out.
Yeah. I figured as much.
Somewhere north, a swamp region.
It kind of glances at Nanashi, like, kind of waves her hand in a what is it?
Points. Points.
The nameless, even though.
All right.
Now they're curious.
I don't suppose. I guess there's one more person I forgot. Do you know of anyone who might be going by the title of Nameless? I guess that's all that I got on them.
Nameless. Well, She thinks for a moment, seems to rummage in the invisible desk, pulls out some books, flicks through it. Well, that is quite a strange moniker, but, yes, I believe they... And so... Our queen doesn't really care for them.
Oh, the queen, right. Who is the queen right now, if I might ask, just to be clear? I'm kind of new, and, I'm come from kind of the boonies, so I'm kind of out of touch with politics.
My, what are they teaching you?
Yeah, I know, right? It's so rural.
Well, the queen is, it's Her Majesty Unverse.
Right.
Not my place to say, but some people don't really agree with her rule, and there are some whispers of her own daughter causing a rebellion.
Oh,
But-
her own daughter?
Or planning, but I'm not sure of what else. We're too far out from the main palace to really say for sure.
Have you ever met her daughter before?
Can't say I have.
What's
Alright.
the date?
The gate?
What's
Yeah,
the
what?
date? The date.
Oh, yeah, what day is it? If I might ask as well. I'm kind of a little all over the place, you know.
Well, it's...
Fuck.
Just kind of like mouths to Nanashi, like, we've got enough info,
The
because
calendar is important.
We can narrow it down. We know us before Jojo left.
Who?
I know her, don't worry. She's the princess.
Oh, fuck.
Again, we can narrow it down with this info.
While you've been whispering, she seems to have reset.
Okay. Alright. Let's go talk with the Tower Witch.
Alright.
Now,
They think for a moment. Nanashi, like, takes a moment, points.
Don't you see that there's a bit of her face peeking out?
Bit of her face? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Is she the
That
clearest
means-
one here? Let me see.
Yeah.
I will say, that's just for artistic value.
I see.
These people are just, like, not quite visible, but, like, you can sort of make out features, you know?
That's
I
fair.
see. That's fair. Nanashi was just gonna be like,
Maybe I know this one the best? Mark?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I'm just not gonna shade them all in the same way.
That's fair. It's just the fact that her eyes were distinct from literally everyone else that got me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I actually wanted to put effort in this one. Uh, so,
Hello.
as soon as you enter this area, real quick,
Okay.
I'm gonna change the music back to Magic in the Air. As soon as you enter this area, you have this strange, immediate feeling of, like, almost like vertigo.
Ooh, I hate this. I hate this. Ugh.
It's kind of weird. You notice that there's, like, some windows, and if you were to look out, you notice you're, like, really, really fucking high. You can't really make out anything in terms of, like, structures or anything, because, again, you are very fucking high. You seem to be surrounded by a giant forest, though. It is incredibly windy as well, although that's more of a, you can hear it sort of brush past the tower as opposed to you can feel it blustering around.
Yep, this is definitely the Tower of Worlds or whatever that is. Whatever that means.
Hello?
You see this woman. She's sort of like tall and spindly, dark hair, darkish skin, wearing she's also, strangely enough, wearing round purple lensed glasses. One of them is cracked, but she's there, and she seems to be like completely lost in the book she's reading.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Wow, wow, I have not had visitors before, well, in ever. Wow, hello.
Yeah,
How-
I was curious about that.
Yes. Wow, how did you
Um,
even get in here? That's surprising.
Magic.
Well,
don't
I suppose
know.
that makes sense. Although I thought this place was magic proof.
So,
Well, I always thought anyway.
They think for a moment.
so what are you reading? What's the...
Oh, this is a wonderful story about, well, I hear it comes from the human world. It's just a book of human, like, well, material plane, I suppose. Fairy tales. She seems to be reading Oz. If you look over, it is
Yeah.
Rapunzel.
Oh, yeah, I know her.
Oh, you know them? That's strange.
Yeah,
I
a
thought
lot
they
of
were
those fairy tales
folklore.
have real-world counterparts. It's kind of interesting, you know?
Oh, that is interesting. Are you from the material plane?
Yeah, I'm a material plane friend of points at Nanashi them.
Oh, wonderful. She looks down at Nanashi. You?
What's up?
Well, she sort of, like, takes off her glasses and sort of cleans them a little bit. Tries very carefully, like, very, very carefully not poking out the broken lens. Alright, okay. It's the strangest thing. You seem very familiar, but I can't say we've met.
Same here.
You, again, it is an incredibly similar feeling of you feel like you've definitely met this person, but also you definitely think you should never have been able to meet them ever.
Doesn't make... So, is this just a huge library tower?
Yes, this is, well, I've heard it's called the Tower of Worlds.
Yeah.
And I hear it gets that name from the multitude of books and sort of environments that exist in the tower.
Yeah.
It's a very strange magical place. Oh, I suppose everything here is magic. It's, well, I've heard it's ancient, but I can't really say much about it. I've sort of lived here, well, most of my life. She sort of raises up her glasses a little bit, but I don't really recall when I started living here.
Oh, I know
No.
people who had a field day in here.
You notice, by the way, that her hat, it's got like little like you can see like there's like little windows and stuff, and if you look
Yeah.
inside, there's little like people in a smaller library inside her hat.
Oh my god.
That's
Is
so
your
cool.
hat its own little world?
Yes, I figured out how to do some very wonderful things with my magic sauce.
What's your magic
source?
Well, that's quite simple. It's very strange, I know, but I think it has something to do with well, I believe the material plane call it epithets.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, epithets are surprisingly rare in the witch world. Though I've heard that I've heard that they've been cropping up more lately.
Yeah.
I sort of get whispers, let's say.
So, they think a moment. By the way, your glasses seem very similar to ones I've seen before.
Oh,
Do
that's
you know,
well,
do
I'm
you
sure.
know of the Witch of Owls?
Witch of Owls, Witch of Owls.
She owns her
She's
own
sort of-
library.
Oh, that's wonderful. I can't say I remember, although I feel like I should. I'll have to refer to my notes. Sorry, I seem to be getting forgetful lately.
Oh, they're good at word magic, and they've done stuff like with books by saying the word Frenella.
Interesting. Well, I'm sorry, I can't really remember. I suppose I'll have to refer to my notes.
Do you know what Frenella means?
Oh no.
Huh. Is there a dictionary here?
I suppose so, somewhere.
The problem with so many books is it's hard to find some books. It's like
Oh,
the
yes.
needle in a haystack situation.
Well, hold on. She sort of scrumbles. You notice this is a bit strange. None of them have moved yet. Goes under the table
they
for a
moved.
moment. Pops back out. Well, here's a dictionary.
Can we actually read it?
It's blank.
Yep, I figured.
Yo, all these words.
Wow, so many words, so much knowledge.
Yes,
I
quite
can't
so.
read
Dictionaries are also quite wonderful, aren't they?
Do any of these words? Do any of these books around here seem to have like words in them? I know that she has the Rapunzel one open.
Aside from the one she's reading, which, if you were to look at the other pages, is all the other pages in that book are blank, apart from the ones she's reading right now.
How much information is in this? Oh god, is it infinite?
Well, maybe. I suppose. I'm not really sure. Witchionaries, as we call them. Well, that's just my pet name for them. Seem to add words all the time, just magically.
That's interesting.
Oh,
I wonder if that's. Well, no, I suppose that could be. She seemed to
What?
blank out again.
oh. I suppose asking about people wouldn't really work because you don't. Have you? I don't think you've been out of this tower, have you?
No, I've lived here for most of my life, as I've said. I don't really remember what it's like outside of the tower.
Since
Although
you
I
were
have had
child,
visitors occasionally, mostly, and well, then there's them as well. But
I mean, they could have gotten information from their books if some of the other people are more infamous. Or infamous.
Nod. So. Do you? So I'll just go rapid fire, right?
okay.
Witch of Blackbirds, know anything?
Oh yes, I do. Well, she's my. And well, it's been a while since I've seen her.
So, is
Okay.
she related, or?
Well, and really, that's that, isn't it?
I see, interesting.
Okay. Anyone that you know of who has, or Has there been any documented thing of caiman crocodile magic sources in the
Oh.
swamp north?
Cayman crocodiles in the swamps up north.
Or just anywhere,
Well.
really.
Well, I can't really say I know where I am in this strange world exactly, but she sort of pokes around. Well, I'd have to look into it more thoroughly since I don't really remember off the top of my head, and my notes are all up in my room. And this is, well, this isn't exactly a flaw for fiction.
Fiction.
Or non-fiction, sorry.
I was gonna say, you are reading Rapunzel, which is technically fiction, yeah.
Hold on, I'm just
Okay.
going to lower the opacity of the grid.
So nothing on caiman crocodile. Do you know of anything called the Nameless?
Only in... and well... and that kind of thing.
I see, I
Are
see.
those
I hope that
books?
helps. What?
When you mentioned the first thing and that all those other things, are those types of books or?
Well, yes, I have books on all sorts of things. And as I said, they seem to magically apparate inside this tower. Not on this floor, though, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, I'd be able to go get them for you.
No.
But as you can see, I'm sort of rather glued to my book right now.
Yeah. And then finally, the Guardian of Owls. Do you know of them?
Well, actually, this one is on this. I think I read something about this recently, actually, in the material world.
Material world, huh?
But I'm not really sure what happened.
I have my own question. Do you know who the current leader of the witch race is at the moment?
Well, I can't... well, hold on, actually. No. Oh, no, I do remember. Okay. Sorry, again, it's been a while. I
Yeah.
believe that's Unverse.
Right. Do you know what her current status with her daughter is?
Her daughter? Well, I didn't even know she had one.
I see.
Hold on. Well, no, again, this isn't the floor for that. She takes off her hat, reaches in it. Well, I don't really know about what the situation is right now, but let's see. Daughter. Oh, here we go.
Mhm.
She seems to say some things.
God damn it. Do you know what day it is? Or around what day it is?
Oh, yes. I've managed to keep a very, very accurate track of the days I've been in here. At least the dates. I believe it's been... and today is...
Have you read any news about what Unverse's current plans are in relation to the material plane? If there's any like current actions being taken, like I don't know, some sort of invasions or something, you know?
Well, that seems very... that seems like a very extreme thing to look into, and to, well, what's the word? Sorry, my... No, not ask about. That seems like a very terrible act to do. I'm not really sure, sorry.
That's fair.
Nod,
Kind of
nod.
like whispers to Nanashi, either she isn't up to date, or this happened before Unverse started making her plans more known.
Nod.
Maybe even before JoJo was born. Oh God.
I'll be honest, I don't know who the fuck Unverse is either. I'm just kind of going with what you're saying.
She's the leader of the witch race people. She's very bad. She's done some stuff to like try to take over the material plane. So if I can get information on what the current status is related to her, we can narrow down the timeline.
Do you want to go to the material plane one day? You seemed very enraptured by it.
You noticed that while you were talking amongst each other, she went back into her book.
Oh no, she's reset, hasn't she?
Oh, hello.
Yep.
Wow.
Hi.
I don't usually get visitors here.
Yeah, I'm a weird visitor.
Hi.
That's a book from the material realm, right?
Well, I can't say this is the book from Material Plane, but it definitely has chronicles of folklore from the Material Plane.
Do you like the material plane?
Well, I can't say I have not dreamt of going there or, well, I guess anywhere out of this tower.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Do you hope to one day go to somewhere like the material plane?
Well, I think it would be wonderful to explore such places, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed.
After all, I've been in this tower for... And really, it's... Well, I'm wondering if I'll ever get out.
Hmm.
I think you'll get out.
Yeah, one day.
Oh. Thank you, small... Well, I don't believe you introduced yourself.
I'm
But you
not
seem
a-
awfully familiar.
Yeah. I think maybe at some point I could help you find a way out.
Well,
I don't really know how I'm here right now, so I might be stuck. But also,
magic is a very strange thing, after all.
yeah. Like, 'cause sometimes someone can just look at a book and, like, looks at a book, fly.
It doesn't.
You need to say the right
Damn.
word, Nanashi. What's the word again? If you
Frenella.
with the- Yeah, Frenella?
No, she give me a roll.
Oh no.
Oh.
It seems to try and shape itself into something. It doesn't turn into a man, it turns into like a little half guy before like turning back into a book again.
Want me to try? I don't have a magic source, so I'm not sure how much it'll work without a conduit for me, but I can try.
I mean,
Just looks at Nanashi like, should I try kind of situation.
One moment.
Alright.
that's
Yeah.
some wonderful word magic.
Yeah.
You seem to be new at it, but keep up. I'm sure you'll get it.
I should ask Jojo about this.
My do magic.
I think you just did a little bit of magic, Nanashi. I mean, it wasn't quite right, but you did it.
Takes a moment. Well, I mean, because they think for a moment. Hey Oz, what
Yeah?
are the elements?
It depends what kind of elements you're talking about. If you're talking about the base magic elements, they're fire, water, air, earth. But if you're talking like
Is there
periodic
darkness?
elements, there's a lot.
Is there darkness in there?
Darkness depends on how much you expand it, but usually yes.
They think for a moment. Because I think... So, what you're telling me is that there aren't a trio of elements called Shemble, Gruey, and Lilac.
Not that I've heard of. I mean, it could be another name for them in a different
Because-
language, or it could be another realms type of elements, but nothing I've heard of, that's for sure.
When we were fighting Poppy, I learned how to manipulate elements with my magic, I think, and I just... I didn't use it then, because I was sort of in an adrenaline rush, but when everyone was saying their words or whatever, I thought about it, and,
Nanashi's just gonna like take a moment and attempt to just like hold their hands like palm up and attempt to use just manifest Lilac.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna make you roll for it, and I'll let you tell me what happens.
Effectively, as Nanashi does that, a weird green glow, as is, evident with their magic, happens, and, like, these strangling sort of vines sort of magically flow out of the energy and sort of wiggle around as though looking to latch onto something, and they close their hand again.
Huh. So that's a Lilac, or Shumble, or Gruey?
that's Lilac, I think.
Yeah.
I
That's how
guess
it
that's
felt.
Huh.
Yeah, Oz. Again, I'm not gonna make you roll for this,
Yeah.
but you look at that and you can feel, yep, that's the magical element of Lilac, alright. You can tell that it's a magical element at the very least.
That's certainly an element. Maybe it's plant related, because I was like, fine, so that's weird. That's real weird. I guess lilac would make sense to be plants, considering like lilies and that kind of stuff. Maybe.
And then Shemble does this. Their little magical orb seems to like disappear entirely, and in its place is like a little, not like a black hole, but like a spot. And then like after a moment, the orb sort of the little spot like expands, and then a burst of the magical energy comes out as though it just started existing again, but stronger. That's Shemble. And then Gruey is this one, and then their little magic orb then turns into like a weird gray static, which looks, or not gray static, but like a gray little aura which looks similar to their lantern, which seems to like dull the world around it. And then they close their palm and the magic goes away, and that one's Gruey.
Alright, so I'm just gonna make my little notes here. So lilac seems to do something maybe with plants. Shemble is maybe like something to do with nothingness or voids, or at the very least something black hole adjacent. And then Gruey is like a static dulling thing, it seems. I mean, I could be wrong, that's just what I'm getting, but those are interesting. I would ask, you know what? There's a couple of magic users in DBA after we're done here. You can always try to talk to them, and they might be able to help you figure this out more. Maybe talk to Jinx, or dear God, despite me not wanting to direct you to him, Gwydion does have a good amount of information on this shit. And maybe even JoJo, since, again, she's another witch race person you can talk to.
Yeah. I will say, Oz, again, Gruey and Shemble definitely felt like elements to you.
Yeah.
These are definitely not just, like, types of magic. They're definitely elements, but there's nothing I've heard of before. And that's weird. I know most Earthrealm stuff. This is definitely not Earthrealm stuff, as far as I can tell.
Alright. Now we're going to cross the threshold into Titty Lady, so I have no idea what's going to happen.
I will say...
Why'd you have to word it like that?
I will say, as soon as you left the Tower of Worlds, it felt exactly like that feeling you get when you're asleep and you're falling in your dream, and then you wake up and it's like...
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, it felt exactly like that.
Just delayed sounds from both of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, no, you enter this area and you just both feel incredible amounts of magic.
Mega magic.
But that seems to be kind of the area.
Hello.
She looks. She looks to both of you. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Why, what cute little darlings you are. Wow.
Thank you.
What might I do for you? Not many people come here, after all.
Yeah, I was interested in you. You're the Witch of Blackbirds, right?
Why, yes, that is me.
Do you have a name outside of that title?
Well, yes, it's... Why do you ask?
Right. I was just curious. I just came from a library and then another library.
We're getting kind of sick and tired of libraries.
Well, there aren't any libraries around here.
Wonderful.
Yeah, do you know of anyone named the Witch of Owls?
She says nothing. Oh, okay.
Eating.
She's eating. Don't interrupt her while she's eating.
Sorry, I got hungry.
You're good.
Oh, the Witch of Owls, you say? Yes, actually. Well, that. And I like to think we're very close. After all, we've been our whole lives.
Your whole lives, huh?
You, seem, Nanashi. You look at the Witch of Blackbirds, and you can sort of. You can sort of feel like not as much as with the Witch of Owls, but you sort of feel very close to this person for some reason. Like you feel like you can sort of like trust them implicitly.
Blinks a couple of times.
What do you do in your magic forest?
Oh, I just take care of this this forest. It's more of a hobby, really.
Oh,
Yes,
Did you
yes.
just
Usually,
start-
well, it's
Hmm?
family stuff. I you were talking about libraries earlier, and well, and I kind of, and really, that's my job. This is just for fun.
You know, speaking of family, I'm not sure if you were related to them in any way, but do you know of anyone known as the witch in the Tower of Worlds?
Well, I really wish.
Wow, that one really got nothing, huh? We just got like a sigh.
The witch.
Well, she said the
witch?
little things as well, but I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
it didn't get picked up. Whoops.
Nanashi thinks, and they're about to throw out a little hypothesis.
are the Witch of Owls and the Witch of the Tower of Worlds related?
I think so. That's the implication I'm getting. At the very least, they're very
They're at-
close in some way.
Yeah, yeah. They are asking the Witch of Blackbirds
Mhm.
that as well.
Well, I'm not really sure where you heard that, but and well, it's for your own good, really.
For our own good?
What's for our own good?
She says some things, but they're blocked out.
All right then.
So
And
what you're
Before
saying?
she sort of like kneels down, and don't ever, and gets up again.
Noted.
So don't talk about that. Correct?
What?
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit hard of hearing, so I couldn't tell most of what you said. I assumed you
Oh,
were
I'm
telling-
sorry. Well,
I assumed you were telling me not to talk about that or imply that.
she makes a very definitive head movement, which is also blocked out.
Mother.
God damn, I was about to ask if she could maybe like mime some of it to us, but apparently that's not gonna work either.
Yeah, no, she seems like her form seems to like weirdly glitch in a way. In like, you know, the ways that like dreams sometimes get weird. And as she does, you both are sort of like forced to blink at the same time. As she's, and when you open your eyes, she's sort of like sat on the floor, almost like huddled over something. Just crying her eyes out. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I couldn't. I should have. Please
What?
forgive. And it's for your own protection.
What's wrong?
I think this might be a memory.
She resets.
Yep. There we go. I think Nanashi, I think that right there was probably a memory of some sort.
Nanashi, when you hear her say that, you almost feel like it's hazy. But give me a roll. Give me a roll.
All right.
I'm gonna say that's still good enough. I was really counting on a 1 for you to fail. So as you're as you see that, and as you sort of like walk away and start thinking about that for a moment, you sort of like stop and sort of touch your head a little bit, as you can sort of like it's grainy. It's like not really all there. It's blurry. You can't really tell, but you can very clearly hear, and you know, The Witcher Blackbirds is reset, but you can very clearly hear a woman crying from like above you, almost, as like, and it feels like you're being like held in a strange way.
Or you maybe. Now, this may just be a crackpot theory, and it could be very, very wrong, but do you think maybe she's the reason why you don't have your memories? Do you think maybe she's the person who did this to you?
Blinks.
Like, that could have been a memory of what happened to make you, like, just gestures at Nanashi this?
Maybe?
I mean, it could be very wrong, but you never know. Are you okay, Nanashi? Do you want me to ask her the rest of the questions for now, or you gonna be good?
I need... you.
Like, basically runs over to this one.
Ugh. What do you want?
What's your deal?
My deal? Well, I'm...
What did you do to
You
me?
fool. You pathetic little thing. All for naught. And just look at you now. They seem to, like, be very, again, smugly arrogant after a little while of basically spouting fragmented sentences at you of basically just kind of insults, vile pontificating, and other, before the fire effectively consumes them and they disappear into the darkness. The entire time they were looking down on you. I will say, I forgot to describe them, whoops. But they were very tall, very thin. They had a tiny, shitty little mustache. And they were sort of wearing like a mixture of like a witch outfit and a business suit with a very weird hat.
Now, as a question, Penny, because Nanashi has seen another person with a witch outfit business suit combo, they didn't seem like they had the same energy at all, did they?
Who was the other one?
I'm talking about Oren.
No, nothing like them at all. You know, Oren had an incredibly different energy.
Nanashi, are you okay?
I think I am piecing things together.
The
rush yourself.
closer you were to that person, by the way, the nameless, the more sort of like, the more of yourself and the things that you've been sort of like feeling in this place have been trying to like be drawn out of you. Almost like going away.
It's okay if you want to like take a break, Nanashi. It's
No,
okay.
can't.
You've mostly recovered though.
Maybe we should talk to the Cayman. I feel like that might be the most calming for you. You can leave that for last if you want, though. But like, it might help since you kind of.
I think the Guardian should go last.
All right.
Oh, great. Cayman crocodile. Give wisdom.
They sort of poke their head out of the water. They are very large. And, they're basically just a big fucking crocodile.
They are a 5 by 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they can't talk like that.
No, they weren't. I have been trying to not do that this entire time. Hello. I believe you are the one called Nanashi, yes?
Yeah?
Interesting. I wasn't sure if I would ever meet you.
Did you want to meet me?
Well, I can't say that I haven't wanted to meet you. He sort of, scratches his chin with his little crocodile arms. Well, I believe the last time I saw you was during the ritual. Not that I remember...
Ritual?
Yes, it's a ritual that is common among you, you Witch Realm witches, where you change, you undo the binding contract with your magic source and bind to another one. And while it's not really clear, don't remember exactly who performed that ritual, but you were the target of it, changing from one magic source, of which I know not, to me. And, as it should be stated, I've been pseudo-conversing with the witch over there, points to Reverie. I am not part of this dreamscape. I'm just a fragment of the magic source that you draw power from.
Nanashi seems to be, completely stark still for a minute.
So you don't know who did the ritual or whatever you were...
No, there seems to be some kind of mental blockage. I cannot bring a name nor face to what it was that caused it, or if it even seems to be consensual, considering how, usually, the more... It will either be the more in tune you are with your magic source, or, in some cases, how little of you, the individual, remains, depends on how much you come to bear resemblance to your magic source. As you resemble almost identically a crocodile, much like myself, I believe, and I did not realize this until afterwards, and for that I apologize, that you were likely more of an empty shell before.
Do you know how long ago this contract was made or done?
I don't know the exact specifics, but it must have been a few decades ago at least.
Oh.
And really all I've been able to do is sense when you use magic, as opposed to directly look through your eyes or talk to you. There aren't many Cayman witches. Mostly at all. So, really, when the opportunity for someone to change their magic source came up, I probably jumped the gun a little too fast, as I've learned from the material plane turn of phrases.
Nanashi raises a hand.
Yes?
You know why my magic does the weird changey thing?
What do you mean by changey thing?
Nanashi raises one of their little hands to the air, and Oz would notice Nanashi was mostly doing their mana beams from their mouth during the train, and before then, if they had met. they're kind of just doing it from their hands. I don't have the exact mutations from back then now, but like it has there was weird, I think it was like Croccodonut double shot.
Yeah, Crocodile Double Sunday. You're talking about the mutations then, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were talking about the mutations or fucking
No,
Grooey.
just mutations.
Well, if I had to take a guess, it's not so much my direct magic that's doing it, the source that you draw from, but I think your magic, well, the body that you're running magic through is very contorted and, just, well, if I'm being honest with you, kind of a complete mess. And I think that your body can't handle the amount of magic that that you are drawing from me, rather. And so it becomes warped and strange as a result. That's merely my theory as a literal magic being, but theory nonetheless. If you wish, I can offer to try and untangle your magic. The magic running through your body slightly. And, on top of this, if you wish, I can, while I doubt it will be permanent for the time being, or, it'll take a while to settle in, but I can grant you a humanoid form. Rather, more like the small one there, as opposed to old crocodile.
All of those things sound good.
Alright. If you wish for it, I can do this now. Or if you come in contact with the Witch of Dreams over there, points to Reverie, we can do it another time. But I would recommend doing it sooner, since I do not know when that time would come.
Oh, don't worry. If Nanashi needs to get in contact with Witch of Dreams, all they need to do is get in contact with me, and I can try summoning her.
Nanashi, I'll note
I'm
that
not really sure if that will work exactly. Again, I can sort of sense things. And the Witch of Dreams seems to exist in a... Well, they are the warden of a prison.
That would do it, damn it.
Nanashi, like, raises a hand just slightly to, like, be like, stop gesture.
I understand. I think after I'm done talking with the last one, I'll come back over here. But know about the Guardian of Owls?
I can't say I'm too familiar with them, no. But... They sort of look over. I think you're best finding out what they are from them.
Yeah.
I'll note for Oz's sake, Nanashi looks like... not like blank or upset, they look like they have a weird understanding of things.
Gotcha.
Keep swimming.
They say to the Cayman.
Of course. As you approach this space, it seems to be a almost like dead forest that extends for miles into the distance. Obviously, it's all blocked off by fog, but yeah. And there's just a simple table with tea set up, while the Guardian of Owls is set upon one of the many branches above you, surrounded by a lot of owls.
So that's where they get the name.
Nanashi takes a moment and sits in one of the chairs.
Ah, I see it's my turn now. Hello.
Hi.
She sort of doesn't fly down, the owls carry her. Welcome.
Hello.
Well, I've had some information from, Miss Reverie over there. And,
You're another magical source, aren't you?
well, not exactly. She, would you care to sit down as well, young witch?
Yeah, sure.
Just kind
And
of
would you care for some tea?
hesitantly.
I'm good.
Well, that's fair enough. She, pours some tea for herself and Nanashi, if Nanashi would want some.
Sure.
Well, I am known as the Guardian of Owls as a title, but that is not my real name. And, I'm not exactly, as you would call, a magic source. You will find out my real name later. But... well, she offers her hand to Nanashi to hold.
They take it.
Nanashi, almost more so than anyone else, with the exception of the Witch of Owls, you feel an innate, immediate connection to the Guardian of Owls. And you can sort of, like, tell that, what they are, almost. I am what remains, almost, you could say, of my, adopted mother and your magic source. Your old magic source.
Nanashi takes a moment. I understand.
Yes. Well,
They like close their eyes and take a moment.
I will at least give context for the small witch across from me.
Mm.
My adopted mother, was a strange sort. They were known as an owl deity, who lived in a forest far, far away from most of the world. The material plane as well. And I, as a child, was adopted by them. Not too long ago. Only a few decades or so. But one day, she grew weaker and weaker, and she died, passing on her power to me. And, well, charging me with protecting the owls of the forest, and the forest itself, if I can. Upon being gifted this power, I learned of what she was. The original magic source for all owls, for the witch realm.
Every single owl? Like, not just like barn owls or eagle owls, but just every owl?
There are some other owl magic sources out there, but she was the original.
I see. Evolutionary branches.
Perhaps. I'm not really sure myself. Well, if I'm honest, I'm not even really sure I truly ever saw her, it could have just been her, well, an apparition of her as far as I'm aware, but she, for as long as I was living there as a child, she was my caregiver.
So you're in the material plane now, right?
Yes, as I always have been. And, ever since I was outcast from the forest by, well, that's more of a personal problem rather than a public problem, I have been making my way towards something similar. And that would be you. We'll meet very soon, Nanashi.
Yeah. Nanashi takes a moment, sort of like scoots the chair out a little bit and leans to look over the field.
Let me get something straight. Because I think my little lizard brain is thinking as hard as it has. I understand thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Witch in the Tower of Worlds is related to the Witch of Owls. The Witch of Blackbirds and the Witch of Owls knew each other very closely. And the Nameless
Some motherfucker.
did something to me that would hurt myself and let someone else, probably the Witch of Blackbirds, change my magical source that came in.
They turn to the Guardian of Owls.
And I'm the Witch of Owls, aren't I?
Well, that does seem to be the case.
Yep.
Since I can feel the presence of my mother and her magic within you.
They take a moment.
Though I'm not completely familiar with Witch Realm customs.
Look down at their little hands.
I don't know what any of this means.
They rub their little head.
So, then, we'll meet soon. Do you know when?
I'm afraid I don't know when exactly, since, well, I appear to be asleep and I'm not really sure when we're having this conversation.
Do you watch
Nods.
DBA?
No, I'm not even sure what that is.
It's a TV show. I was hoping
Oh.
maybe I could pinpoint you in that direction, but no.
Sorry, well, as I said, I kind of lived in a forest my life.
Well, if you're able to look it up, if you can find the location of DBA, maybe that'll speed up your process of finding them a little easier.
It's where I woke up here, I think.
Well, I'm just heading to your location. That's all I can really say.
Nod. They take another moment.
Do you know how the Witch of Owls, if you knew them, was able to do their word magic?
I'm afraid not, since, again, I'm not even really a witch. I'm just someone who grew up in the presence of my mother.
Nod.
You and, well, I believe actually just you and Miss Reverie over there are the first Witch Realm witches I've actually ever personally met. Though I don't think the first one I've ever seen, though my memory is hazy on that one.
So like the Cayman, you're
Actually conscious of this interaction.
Yes.
Was that one actually here?
Point to the hole where they were.
I'm unsure.
Wait, no. Because
They never came back.
Because you're saying things that aren't getting blocked, and they were saying things that weren't getting blocked. They were.
That seems to be the thing that's we are able to pinpoint on, at least.
One moment.
Nanashi Nanashi sort of like looks to the Guardian of Owls.
Would you mind helping me with something really quickly?
I can try, but the very least, in terms of where I am physically stated, I'm kind of trapped in this corner.
You only need to stand by the edge and give me moral support.
Okay, well, here I am. This is as far as I can go.
Mr. Cayman Crocodile, could you also help me?
I believe so. What would you... I am... the Guardian of Owls is much... is correct. I'm also trapped in this kind of space in your dreams.
Nanashi raises both of their hands up, and they look like they're attempting to collect a large amount of magic energy. Effectively, they're going to attempt to cast a mana beam directed exactly here to shut this fucking hole.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
By spending 5 stamina with the element of Shemble to make that area re-exist.
Go for it.
Let's fucking go.
Roll with advantage as well.
Oh, okay, Pogger.
Yeah.
Yep, you fucking blast this shit. That's all that happens. It just closes up, goes away.
I don't feel any different. I thought that would be a really symbolic, like, cleaning up the hole in my head, sort of. Okay, well, I guess that didn't work.
No, it just kind of got rid of it.
It's okay, Nanashi. Sometimes recovering is less blasting something in the hole, but accepting things. And, when you're missing information, it's a little hard to do.
Well, yeah, okay, that's fair, but I thought, like, that guy was actively putting a weird thing in my head. I have no idea what...
No,
It's
I
okay.
believe, much like where I am stood and where Cayman Source and the Tower of Worlds, I believe that was more just symbolic of what they mean to you. Or their physical location, mayhaps.
Well, damn, thanks for helping me.
You're welcome.
It's appreciated, ma'am.
You can go back to the pond, Cayman. I'm gonna go talk to you in a second. Well... Thank you for meeting with me. I guess this helps.
It's been my
Because
pleasure.
I didn't really think that there was a lot of stuff to my existence until the train.
Well, sometimes...
I kind of just assumed I was.
Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you don't realize that your existence is more.
I'll look forward to seeing you, question mark? Are
Yes,
you gonna, like, meet me, or am I gonna, like, accidentally into you?
I have no idea.
We'll figure it out.
I'll try and meet with you. Though, just look for owls.
Okay. And then they step back, but...
Nanashi, like, would take a moment and then, like, hug Oz.
They hug you back.
Thank
It's a lot.
you.
Yeah, You're doing okay, right, friend?
I am a terror.
Yeah.
They say sort of like forced a little bit.
It's alright. Pat, pat.
I don't really know what any of this
It's
means.
a lot of information, you know?
Cause
Yeah. I will say, after coming to the sort of revelation that you are the Witch of Owls, you can sort of, you can sort of like understand that fear of you more. It's less fear of you, and more scared of they will become you.
Nanashi puts not like fuck the desk. Nanashi walks into the desk and just sort of puts a hand on the Witch of Owls.
Oh,
we'll be back.
hello. What?
I think I can do something for this.
What?
We can.
She's just like kind of shocked.
I'll try to make things work again.
Okay. Well,
I know. I don't know what happened, but I want to go back being you.
She sort of breathes heavily for a moment before sort of calming down and in a strange way, not like literally breathing a sigh of relief, but like in that makes that kind of motion. She sort of looks at you and gives like a strange comforting smile before she just disappears.
Oh, huh. That might have been the right decision.
Reconciliation with my past self.
Woo!
I still have no idea how my magic works.
We'll figure it out! Well, you can probably ask some Witch Realm witches. I mean, this is a Witch Realm witch kind of magic, right? Maybe you can work on relearning it.
I mean, I guess.
They think for a moment.
I mean, hey, maybe if people can get into the Witch Realm, maybe you can, like, find your old library.
Maybe. I just know that. Well.
Wait, do you even know how to read?
Yeah, okay, I know how to read.
I'm not sure you've got gremlin energy.
My little lizard eyes are very keen.
Okay. You want to reconcile with some of the other fuckers here?
Oh god, how do I reconcile with them?
I don't know, maybe just hug them?
Reverie pipes up. You know, you don't actually have to do anything like that if you don't want. It's...
But how do I unlock the true ending?
Do we get a
What?
special achievement if we do this? Like in the video
What are you
games?
talking about?
I have no idea.
What?
I used to be such a gamer.
Okay, wait.
Okay. Do you want
by the way-
instant vertigo?
Do you want instant vertigo in a can? Nanashi is uncertain. At the threshold, Nanashi is like,
I mean, actually, you don't really need to reconcile with the witch in the tower for all. So what am I gonna tell them?
You can just tell them that you miss them, baby? I mean, you were saying you two are related, or am I getting things mixed up?
I mean, I think that they're the Witch of Owls' sister because of the glasses, but that's about it.
Oh, maybe you could
I
say
also
something
think
along the lines of like
there
you're
was
gonna get
something-
around?
I think there was something more, because that... So, like, they think and rub their head. Unrelated.
Yeah?
You said that back on the train when I asked the question about witches, you mentioned I had witchy stuff going on, but there was also something else.
It felt weird. It's like, how do I put this? Like, it's almost like you're not quite a witch realm witch, you're not quite a magic source, you're something kind of an in-between maybe. It's hard to pinpoint, right? And from talking with the K-Man man, it kind of makes sense now a little bit more.
They think... What's... So...
So basically what I think I'm getting, and I mean I could be wrong, but it seems almost like you were a witch race witch. And then something happened, and like they mentioned, the K-Man man mentioned you were almost like an empty vessel of some kind.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe
the
something
Nameless,
happened to
The
that.
Nameless did something to me, because he voids things, I think. Because I know sometimes when my magic mutates, it does a thing that I call Nameless, and my name is Nanashi, which means no name. And I don't know why I have that name. So I think he just kind of watermarked my face.
Yeah. Kind of just turned you blank. And I guess maybe that forced the Blackbird's hand, maybe, to try to do something to fix you by changing your contract to a different animal, possibly?
I think he and something else had something to do with the owl disappearing, and my magic started failing, and so Blackbirds did something to try and help without realizing that he did something.
And that probably resulted in why you aren't a normal-looking person anymore. You look a lot like your source. It's fine, it's fine. We're figuring this out, you know?
Conspiracy.
I mean, I feel like this is less of a conspiracy and more just a puzzle to piece together. Do you want to talk to the others, or do you just want to go back to Cayman?
I think I'm at least gonna go here. Hi.
Oh, hello.
Everything's okay. The Witch of Owls forgives you. I give you my blessing. Wow.
She looks at Nanashi and sort of it's weird, right? This is partially because I'm not sure how to act this out, and partially because we've been going on for a while. But she sort of falls to like her knees almost, and just starts like sobbing, like happy sobbing.
I'll see you eventually. Bye.
Yeah, before she disappears in the same manner.
Okay, so I've cleared that. Witch in the tower, I'm gonna help them eventually. They think for a moment. I'm thinking, because my magic source is different, but I can still do words that people don't know about.
I mean,
that's what's making me think.
I mean, are the words connected to your old life, or are they a new thing?
I don't remember them. They just happen.
I know. It's just
like
a question.
Because when I was irradiated by the Poppy's mutation, I remember there was something that I felt, like the word trudicious and condifuse, which I know what those mean, but I said them, and everyone was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
They
I was
sound
like-
almost like words.
They do. They think. Is it not a magic source thing?
I mean, it could just be a witch race. You know, it could be a different type of magic thing. Not everything to do with magic is your magic source, you know? Sort of like with your words magic that you used to do, apparently.
Oh, great, Kaiman of the water. Arise.
Ah, welcome back.
Hi. I'm ready to do the thing, and I also have another question.
Well, let's answer your question first.
So, like, what's the words thing? What's this?
Well-
shows off a Lilog.
Well, word magic is something that some witches have been known to master and do over the centuries. As for Lilac, well, I can't say I've ever heard of such an element, but well, let me try.
Did they activate a Lilog right
Oop.
here, right now?
Hold on, it's fucking.
Oh, fuck.
Plus 20.
They are magic.
Yo, a natural
Yeah, no.
20.
The entire area around them starts to become like a swamp. Almost. Well, I believe this is a new element.
A new element.
No.
New?
I-
Wait, new? Wait.
I can't really say if it's always
Like-
been as it is, and it just
Like
hasn't.
I made it?
Well, I wouldn't know. As I said, it is not something that originates from my magic. I would say it's, well, he sort of, it's almost as though it's almost always been there, but no one's had the word to use it. I think. He looks over to Reverie. I think she would probably be able to explain what is happening best.
That's fair.
Okay. So then, now...
It's not my area of expertise.
Nod, nod.
Now, would you wish to potentially gain your more humanoid form back? As I've said, it likely won't be an immediate thing. You'll need to either adjust to the concept of it again, or it will potentially be added to your magic overflow.
I kind of just want to be back to what I was looking like.
Well,
At
I can
least-
certainly help with that, but you won't go back to exactly what you used to look like, since your magic source has changed.
Nod, nod.
Well,
It's not as though being besnouted is bad, because I've kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't feel weird. I'm just like, when I look at their face, I was like, oh, that's my face.
It felt right.
But wait, this is my face.
okay.
It was like weird.
Well, I haven't personally gone through something like that, so I'll take your word for it.
Body dysphoria.
Yeah, that.
Ah, yes. There have been many transgender witches in my time.
I think I've run into like one or two at least from the witch realm.
Well,
And then magic untanglement you mentioned.
Yes, it will more or less be the same sort of process, but I don't exactly know how effective it'll be.
Well, hey, I'm willing to try anything. At worst, it's just slapped onto the
Table
one
of
of the
many
mutations
things.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are ready, he would swim closer, put his fucking big mouth right next to you, then above you, open up, put you in his mouth, stay there, and Nanashi, you would just feel like an immense, like, just almost like an immense, like, relief, like when you've got like a crick in your neck and it goes away, right? It's like that, but in certain points in your entire body, right? It's not like it's not like completely gone, but it's kind of there, you know. Meanwhile, Oz, you would just see that this crocodile's mouth is glowing.
Oh, that's a radiant glow right there. Uh-oh.
Yep. Before they eventually release Nanashi from their mouth, and they look exactly the same. They're like surrounded in a bright green aura, which eventually forms into like a silhouette, and then a transparent woman who looks strikingly similar to the Witch of Owls, but she has slight crocodile-like features. Her teeth are sharp, her eyes are green, her arms are like her arms like end in like kind of like weird claws, and she has a tail. And she eventually goes into Nanashi, and Nanashi, you sort of you weren't like unconscious, but you were sort of dazed during this. You sort of like you could see as though you were looking from the woman's perspective, and then you come to again.
You okay there?
Yeah, no, I'm vibing.
Yep, I haven't written anything up properly for this yet, and I haven't drawn anything yet, but there will be something, because I wasn't sure if you would go through with it.
Mm-hmm. So this is... So now my magic is... What does magic disentanglement mean? Am I just gonna not explode very hard anymore?
Well, I can't say for sure. There's...
Because I feel... flexible.
Yes. You should feel that magic flows through you a little easier now. But I can't say that you will stop exploding, as you say. Mostly due to the fact that it'll take some time for this to settle in, and partially because of some outside interference that I couldn't quite determine.
Huh.
If the
There's-
outside interference is who I think it is.
There are many things going on with that little body of yours, Nanashi.
Yeah.
But
Thank
I
you again.
do hope to be of service. And
hmm?
if you ever wish to, well, return to your old magic source, or if just wish to perform the ritual for other reasons, well, due to the circumstance, I won't complain, but it has been nice to meet you.
To be honest, you're kind of cool. So I'll be real. I've kind of been thinking how feasible it would be to go for two at once.
Hmm. Well, I feel like that will... Well, we'll have to see if that answer comes through. There are not many, but there are witches with 2 or more magic sources that they draw power from.
Oh, cool. It's not in precedent. That means
It's possible.
It's possible.
There's a precedent
And,
for
well, with how you are and your body, I feel like you'll need to untangle that magic inside you more. But I don't think it's impossible.
well, yeah. I hope to meet again.
Pats on snout.
Mutual.
it. Hell yeah.
For now, I must be off.
Yup, go tend to the other Kaiman witches, I think. Or do whatever you do.
If only there were so many. He goes into the water. You see his tail, and he's gone. And before long, the pool fades.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, so...
Are you ready to return?
I guess, just give me 1 second. I need to suffer vertigo.
I'll just stand here while they handle that, you know?
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad.
Flop. Roll.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Welcome. Oh, I
Hi.
haven't had guests before, or at least in a while. How did you get in here, little one?
Magic. I'm
Oh,
sort of
well, I
not
suppose
here
that
and
makes
not
sense.
here at once.
What?
It's awkward.
Well, sometimes it's like that, I suppose, in the magic world.
Look, I have this feeling I've been given these thoughts from seeing you and thinking about things. My head's all weird. You want to leave this place, yeah?
That would be wonderful, but I don't see how I can. This tower seems
Well-
like it was almost built to contain me, but that's doesn't seem right since it's been around for centuries.
They think
I'm
for a
not
moment.
that old. Well, I say centuries, millennia. Which ages? I've been so lost in my books lately.
Real quick, do you have a sister, or like...
Well... I'm not sure. There have been people who visited me before, but again, I'm not really sure.
Because I know you seem familiar to me, and I seem familiar to you, I think.
Oh yes, you definitely seem familiar, but I do not recall why.
I think
They pause for a moment.
I would like to come and visit the real you at some point.
Strange way of putting things.
Or visit
But-
you with the real me. I don't know which is what,
Well, that sounds wonderful.
and we can leave the tower together.
Mhm.
I can try.
If you can find a way to do that, well, I won't say no.
If I can find a way in, God can't stop me from getting out.
No, I'm sure well, you definitely seem determined at least. I'm not sure I'd fight against God.
God's a bitch.
Well, I appreciate the thought. She seems to smile, returning to her book. You feel that weird dream jumpiness.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Nanashi reacts like, if you've ever seen Xenoblade Chronicles when a creature gets toppled, it's like they're like hopped up in the air and float there for a second before falling down, and then just like,
Yeah.
Family Guy death pose.
Well, it certainly seems
Okay,
like you're done now.
Yeah, no, my mind is now empty.
As it
I wouldn't
should
call it
be.
that. But it seems a lot more clearer now.
It's all grass.
Yes, I can see
All
that.
grass all the time, bitch.
So, I guess the last thing I need to ask is to you, because the Kaiman mentioned it, with the weird elements and words.
Well, I was going to mention it after we left, but
Oh,
she
your
removes
eyes
the
again.
well, I'm preparing to get us out again. While
Show me your eyes.
I know what it is due to my presence here, I apologize for doing some digging. So I can reveal it to you if you wish. But I do believe you have an epithet.
Blinks.
Oh, Epithet awakenings, huh?
An epithet?
Yes, like myself and the small witch here.
Like the funny thing? Oh, you have one? Oh, like the funny thing that Oz has? Oh, like the funny
Words.
thing that Poppy has?
Well,
Words?
Words.
I'm not sure I understand exactly, but yes, you do have an epithet.
Gear is turning. Gear is turning. Could you tell me what it is?
Now, Roche, we did talk about this. Would you like Reverie to tell you in private, or would you like me to just say it? Because you know what it is, but I want to know if Nanashi would want it, or if you want to say it, have it be said out loud.
Do you want
Hey,
it public knowledge? Yeah?
People like to say words of epithet things, right? Because
Yeah.
that's a thing that's happened. Should I not let people know what it is so that they can guess?
It depends on what you prefer. Some people like to keep it private because sometimes there's implications to certain words, as with mine. And, sometimes people just like to give other people, like, a chance to have a challenge. But it depends, if you don't really care for either of those things.
No. Implications sound neat. What's the word, Fox Mama?
Please do not call me that. Alright, so you're telling me I can tell you, like, say it, make it public knowledge?
Nanashi was being more like,
Tell me specifically, and then maybe other people can know
Oh,
if
okay.
they can say the word.
Well, she would kneel down and just sort of
Whisper it.
touch your head almost and just
Oh.
implant the knowledge into your brain.
Well, that's funky.
Again, you know what it is already because you guessed it.
Oh, fuck!
She would give
Oh,
you a
no.
definition as well.
Oh, that's it. Oh no.
Yes. It is
Oh,
quite
no.
a powerful word.
Oh, fuck. Oh no. I've been saying shit this entire time. Oh no.
What?
Oh.
Should I be afraid?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, something is... Okay, that makes sense. Oh, this makes sense. Oh, my head's doing a thing. Oh, is this what epithet feels like? Oh, no.
It depends.
Oh, right, you mentioned... Oh, yeah, oh, no. Oh, Oz, I'm sorry. Oh, Oz, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're
I didn't know any of this.
You're sort of going into a strange Andy voice.
No, I'm not trying to do that. No.
Reverie, can you get us out of here before Nanashi has a panic attack and their mindscape destroys
would
us
prefer
all?
that.
Yeah.
And the same
Oh, your eyes.
the same rainbow magic surrounds you. And you appear back in the train.
Can I get a ping?
When I'm on the map, yes.
Yay. Thank you. Funny eyes.
Yeah. She quickly closes them and puts her blindfold back on.
Oh, 3.
Dude, it works.
Their sleep.
Well,
Well,
I guess I'll
that certainly
carry them
was
back.
enlightening.
It certainly was something.
That'll be $33,000.
Oh, god damn it, really?
That was a joke.
Okay.
I've been trying to learn human humor.
That's fair. It's just a little hard to tell with your monotone, and honestly, I mean, like, I'm already trying to save up money in case I need to summon a particular man's. So it's like, god damn it, do I have to, like, reset my fucking bank account? No, okay. Alright.
Anyway, I believe she looks around. I believe there are some people who wish to decontaminate this room now that I'm
Yeah.
awake. So, let's call it here.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us
Thank you.
on this short story.
Not so short story after all.
Yeah, no, it was about 2.5 hours,
Yeah,
which is
about.
pretty long for a short story, but at the same time, I kind of prepared some things that I figured would be fun for the two of you to, like,
Yeah.
explore around and RP with,
Yeah.
I'm a
even if it
little
was just
glad-
one map.
Yeah. I'm a little glad that we did this in a short story and not in the session. Not because it would have taken this long, but by God, I think this is better like this.
Yeah, I think it's a lot better presented in this way. Yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was.
If you would like to see more funny,
Yeah,
short
if you would
story
like to see
things,
more
If
funny
you want to
short
see the
story things,
implications of our horrible decisions.
if
Yeah.
you'd like to see the implications of, in fact, my birth, you can, if you should desire, go and check out
fine dining,
Fine
our
Dining,
Discord server.
our Discord server.
Ah, wah wah wah.
Wow, you both linked. Double link
Yeah.
again, baby.
Double linkage. It's a link summon.
All right.
Peter
Uh,
Dinklage.
yeah. Thank you for watching. If you, for some reason, want to watch it again, you can do so by following the Twitch channel.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Doing
or
such
not.
things
It's up to
as
you, really.
Following the Twitch channel. Following
Subscribing to the Twitch channel, joining the
subscribing,
Discord, following the other Twitch channels.
Turning on notifications, but only when this short story is rerun, which
Yeah.
it will never be.
No.
All right.
Yeah, thank
We
you
don't
for
do
joining
reruns.
us for this short story, which I have a name for. Just, I'll say it on chat so people know. Do crocodiles dream of magic owls?
That's a very cool name, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It was
Thanks.
better
Say
than the
goodbye to
temp
chat,
name
everyone.
I thought of.
Say
See you
goodbye.
guys, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right.